夜の街に帰れない消えた影がそっとささやく時計の針が止まるような甘い夢に溺れるだけビルの隙間星が揺れて鏡に映る昨日の涙願い事が一つだけ届けて風に託してみた
Make this bigger.
あの日のままで踊りたいきらめく風に身を任せいつかたどり着く夜明けまで同じ光に包まれていた影を追えば遠くなる幻みたいな恋は錯覚笑った君の横顔が今も心でさまようのさ夜明け前の静けさは孤独に似て暖かい遠く聞こえる足音がまた一つ消えてゆくあの日のままで踊りたいきらめく風に身を任せいつかたどり着く夜明けまで同じ光に包まれたや
until like 4 in the morning. Oh, by the way, 淳二さん。
もう映ってんだ。
もうこれ映ってます。
すごい
どうもです。今日
everyone
は。確かに。
いやー、いいっすね。
3つ開きますみたいなスイッチがある。
なるほど。あ、なるほど。キャラバン。おー、すごい。なるほど。めっちゃいいっすね。これは何ですか、自分でやったんですか。
もともと。
そういうセットで。めっちゃいいっすね。だからもうあそこ別に何もしなくてもいいぐらいのスペースなんですね。もう
寝るだけだったらね。
なるほど。
これが後で言うけど水がついてたら
おー、
使わないから。
なるほど。 ああ、はいはいはい。
これ見たらわかるけど、この U ターンがさ、
あ
これで、
あ、ああ、なるほど。
そうそう、
確かに
結構
大きい。
もうこれ多分いけないんだよ。
あー
ギリギリいけるかぐらい。
ああ、なるほど。
これ曲がれないでしょ。
こことかもうむずいっすね。
そうそう、もう無理なんだよね。しといてもらいたかった。
何を勘違いしたかもう向こうまで行ったから昨日の話じゃないですけど、なんかもう歩いてる人たちの雰囲気もちょっと違うですね。僕がここ最近まで見てきた。一緒にご飯も食べれて、いやー、いつまあでも確実に1年
韓国行く前だよ。
そうですよね。いただきます。あ、うまっ。中のカレーのも違うし、まあ外ももちろんサクサク具合。
まあでもそうかもね。なんとなく。
Who's that bitch in the background?
いやー、懐かしいですね。いや、久しぶりに参加したいですね。それなんかこう
レッドライスとか。
ああ、もうはいですよね。日本だとちゃんとビュッフェ行くと多分一個一個の素材をちゃんと味わえるように6個にこう分かれてるじゃないですか。こうお皿がもうそもそも。
Dude, he probably got robbed or some shit,
何の
dude.
味かも分かんないく
You
なる
guys, he's probably back home now. He probably got scared and went back home, I'm pretty
買い
sure.
始めてて、
あ
まっすぐ縦長のさ、
あー
箱のやつ向こうじゃ買えないもんな。
あー、すごい。あざっす。
ここはこう閉鎖してるね今日。
おー
18時閉鎖だから大丈夫。
ああ、なるほ
なんか自閉症
ど。はい
ってさ、
は
英語でなんて言うの？海外の人にさ説明。
い。あ
うちの子はねみたいな話になってるん
あ、なるほど。オーティズムですね。AU アーティズム。
あ、どうこら。こら。ないよ。夢だから。
あざっす。結構いると思うんですよね。現地人。
Oh, that's autism, dude.
簡易的。
Yeah, I don't get why people fucking even
キ
like.
ャンパーには。
I don't get it, dude. I have no idea why
Noma-san,
people like.
check this out. We're in the beach. Kanagawa. Yes, Kanagawa is famous for the beach. Yes, we're here with Junji-san's family. Yeah, so Junji-san, he owns that coffee shop called Koshigoe Coffee, and he's actually my Saipan friend. He been living in Saipan for like 10 years. And yeah, he came to Japan and now he's doing coffee.
Yeah, the guy's
shop.
a
So,
scumbag,
actually, this
dude.
is my
He's just-
second time visiting him.
he's just a
I messaged
scumbag.
him. He's like, "Can I go to your coffee shop and visit you?" And he's like, "Yeah, and let's do like a day camp, like a 1-day camping." So we came here, we set the camp, we set the tent, and we're gonna do barbecue. Like a Japanese style barbecue. Yes, let's go. Okay, yeah. So we're just gonna chill, pretty much. But yeah, I wanna check his van. I don't know if you saw, but it's a little bit customized van, and he likes traveling too. So every once in a while he goes travel with his family. Yeah, and yeah, I told him, can I check? So I'll check that after this. I want to see. I want to learn more. It's a good research information. Yeah, so let's do it. Let's go.
The guy's a dickhead. The guy's an absolute dickhead.
では、ゆうたくんは乾杯しないの？はい、乾杯。
あ、頑張れーす。お疲れーす。あざーす。あざーす。うまい。
うまい。切ったやつだからな。
あー、めっちゃいい。
Damn, dude.
すいません、いただきます。
いけたやつが多分いるかな。
全然焼けてるです。まず あ、でもなんかスモーキーズ。めっちゃスモーキーズ。あ、美味しい。はい。うん。美味しい。いや、スモーキーズめっちゃ。うん。結構の量がコーラやめなさいとか、死にますみたいな。
あ、そうなんだ。
体に悪いやめなさいよ。マジで言ってる私みたいな。でも僕としては、いや、あなたたちが作ったドリンクをジャパニーズがこんなに喜んで褒めてんだから、もっといいコメントをしてよって思うんですけど、なんかみんな結構怒ってる人も。
何がいいってなるの？水にしろみたいな。
まあまあそうですね、水にしなさいとか、あとまあ多いのはせめてダイエットコーラにしなさい。
いい匂い。
ね、いい匂い。
いいっすね。
あれ、おお、できます。いいですね、このフランスパンと一緒に食べるのがまた。お、so good。
そこが持ってこうかな。
おお、すごい。そうですね、最初はそうそう、本当島の友達とかいなかったんで。ありがとうございます。
思ったことをストレートに言い合う。
Okay, Noma-san. Nissan Caravan. Yes. So this is
Where
my
I get-
friend's
Yeah, I was
car,
talking to Ash.
Nissan Caravan. It's so big. Yeah, it's like high roof. I gotta check the high
Pure.
roof, right? It's a high roof Nissan Caravan.
You're Ash.
Let's check.
You're Ash.
Can I stand? Oh. Okay. I can almost stand. Because my leg is pretty much straight, but just my neck. Just my neck is bended. I heard it's like 160 centimeter, and I think I'm like
I need something
169.
to drink, dude.
Yeah, but it's still good. You definitely can change clothes by standing too, right? Yeah. He got this like 2 or 3 years ago. It's a 2010 model. He got it for 17,000 yen is ichiman. He got it for 1.7 million yen. Yeah, that's about like what? Like maybe almost like 11k USD. Something like that, almost like 11k. Yeah, isn't it pretty cheap? This is a Nissan Caravan. It's a big one. When I check, it's like you can find it like around 20k to 30k. So yeah, pretty cheap. And the crazy thing is that he got all these custom. He got all these stuff for free too. This awning. Look at the back. This is so cool. Yeah, he got this with the car. It was already customized. Yeah, even there's like a little sink area. You got the shelf, and you can move this, and you can store stuff in the bottom too. So yeah, it's cool. You can keep the seats like this and still have that bed area, which is really good. Noma-san, I think it's no problem, but let me just double check if I can stretch my leg. Just that. Let me just check if I can stretch my leg. Get outside. Okay. Oh, no problem. I got a little more space. Yeah, my feet is dirty, so I don't want to like really go inside. But yeah, no problem. The roof is so tall right here. Yeah, crazy. Can you tell? It's pretty tall. Yeah, seriously. Look at that space. Even though I'm like sitting down with my like back stretched out, like there's still like one more head can go in between. Yeah, it's crazy size. I mean, if I can find a high roof type for 11k USD, that's crazy. I think the most important thing is that trying to find the right used car, because if it's a good used car,
I get some ice
I
cream?
think people will buy it right away, right? Since the moped challenge will end around September, maybe I should start checking around August, like look for cars, and maybe I might find a good one. This price and this quality, super
Can I
good.
get the ice cream?
Yeah, the driving part, especially he's living in like one of the main areas in Kanagawa, and those residential areas, it's very narrow. Simply you can't drive easily in those narrow places. So he was saying like if he's single, he would
Hey,
just buy
it's hot in here,
K-Bahn,
dude.
the K cars, the small cars, because you know he has family, he has wife and kids, so it's better to have a big car. He been traveling every once in a while with his family. Sometimes they'll just like go without plan, you know, which is cool. Yeah, the good information here is you can find cheap one like 11k USD for this size. I thought with my budget I cannot get something like this, but maybe if I save a little bit more, I might be able to get like this size. And you can even find that's already custom a little bit. And another one is driving these cars is like pretty tough, especially in like a very crowded residential area or crowded like commercial area. But yeah, it's good that I got some information. That's big. Like the price part is like super big. But I still want to try to drive it. Like I want to try to rent one and try to drive those narrow places if I can do it. It's kind of scary, but yeah, it's super good son.
Yeah. Wow.
Noma-san, so much wind. Yes, look at this beach, son. So nice. Yeah, so I'm at this famous, so first of all, I'm at Kanagawa Prefecture, and I'm at this famous area called Shonan area. Yeah, this is like one of the it's probably the most popular beach area. A lot of people want to live here, come here as a tour. Yeah, it's crazy famous. Like if you want to be cool, you gotta come to Shonan, like that kind of level. Yeah, it's so nice, so chill. A lot of people love the beach, surfing, and it's very close to Tokyo, so you can go to Tokyo anytime. Yeah, like the balance is good, you know, like you have the good chill and nature vibe, and the people here are relaxed like rural areas, and you can go to Tokyo very easy.
Can I get ice cream? Yes or no? You know who uploaded a new one? Hassan, dude. What's his name? Hassan. How do you spell his name? Hassan? Not that Hassan, but the other one Hassan. Not this one. Fuck you. Oh, God, he's so annoying. Look at him. Ugh. Makes me want to vomit. No, not this Hassan. Hassan Iqbal. Should I get ice cream? Yes or no? His name is No, it's Enes, dude. His name is Enes. Shut the fuck up. Enes. Not Hassan. Okay, but here's the thing. What ice cream? The vanilla, the vanilla toffee ice cream sandwich, the Ben and Jerry's, Ben and Jerry's vanilla, cookie. No, not cookie. Peanut butter thing. I don't have chocolate banana. And then the third one is mango something. It was a mango. Those are the bold chocolate. That would be the Ben and Jerry's. Alright, I'm gonna go get some. Get my water bottle while I'm at it. A water bottle. Dude, I got fruit, dude. I got 500 grams of niggers. You know those blue things? What are they called? You know those blue things you eat? Blueberries? I got blueberries and I got cherries, dude. You know about cherry? What do you know about cherries? You know cherries? I got cherries. You like cherries? Huh? Little dildo. Wow. Power grams of melanin. What you gotta bring in the blacks, dude? Huh? I think
This is our first time in India,
I ain't even gonna say
and
it,
the
dude.
energy here is
But
incredible.
I think
Mumbai is one of the
wanna
most
do
dynamic
black.
places in the world.
I think
The density on the ground and the
okay,
luxury suspended above the skyline create an atmosphere unlike anything I've seen before. We're here to visit
look what I
360
got, dude. I
West,
got ice
one
cream.
of the most luxurious residential
Peanut butter
offerings
ice
in
cream
all
with
of India,
peanut butter cups,
with a
dude.
range of amenities beyond belief,
Dang.
a 5-star hotel, and 220 residences. We'll be focused on the 45th floor, a full-floor residence featuring 16,000 square feet of a European-inspired aesthetic. A welcoming
Ben and
tranquility,
Jerry.
high
Dude,
above
I kind of
the
want to try
city
that
streets
mango
of
one.
Mumbai.
Should I get the mango one? Dude, I want the mango one. Cause that is, I had this a million times. I know this shit is dank. Right, I know this is good.
Offerings to the city in
So
terms of
I want
a
to try
great
the other one. I've
landmark
never. That's
for
why I got it.
local and international people.
Our project is a culmination of some of the best sports arenas, a 5-star hotel, residential buildings. Whatever learnings we had, we kind of put everything into one and put that as a project together.
I know we came here to tour a home, but the feeling of the city is such an immediate part of the experience that if we want to understand what it's like to live at 360 West, we have to
Dude, I
start on
got
the
so
street level.
much food and the shit, dude.
This is it. We made it to India. Being on the streets of
whatever the weed
Mumbai
gods
is
command
certainly
you to.
an experience.
Have you heard of
And
this?
before we
Sweet
arrived to the
mango,
building, we felt like
whatever
the
the
only way to
fucks.
truly do justice
Look
and
at
bring this
this guy,
experience
dude.
to all of you
This.
is to bring you to the car and really show you the arrival experience to the building. Now, obviously, it helps that our journey begins with a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, so it sets a nice, comfortable tone. But beyond that, I always find it really interesting to just look out the window when you travel to a new location, new city, and just take in the surrounding landscape. Because when you think about it, residential offerings, hospitality experiences are all formed around the surrounding landscape. And given that we're gonna tour a high-rise full-floor unit, and how that space is curated has a lot to do with its environment. And yes, Mumbai is a very energetic, dynamic city, but at the same time, that can be overbearing, that can be tiring. So it's important that your residential offering counterbalances that and provides you a very relaxing, zen environment. And that's the contrast we're gonna experience with this tour.
This is the only way I would live in India. It's like this, you know?
Before
It's the
we
only way you
arrive,
can live.
let's dive a little deeper into the details of this development. 360 West is a 2-tower structure,
Had a bunch of
clearly
bananas
visible
just
in
last
the
night.
skyline of the coastal Worli
Oh,
neighborhood of
nice,
Mumbai.
dude. Fuck yeah. Oh shit,
Tower
this is
B
what it looks like.
853 feet tall with 66 floors.
Sweet mango memories.
Purely
Sweet
residential
mango ice
building
cream with
offering
mango
from
swirls and
1-bedroom
white
to 4-bedroom
shells.
units with a wide range of amenities. Tower A is 839 feet tall with 52
Not
floors,
bad,
and 27 of those floors are residences.
but this is ridiculous.
One residence per
Mm.
floor, 16,000 square feet each, including
really
one
good,
we're
what the
touring
fuck?
on the 45th floor. And below the residences in Tower A is the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, with all related services and amenities. The contractor who built these structures also built the Burj Khalifa and the Petronas Twin Towers. And I got a chance to speak with the developers at Oberoi Realty, who brought this project to life.
Nice, dude.
Vikas and Gayatri, an
Nice.
actual power couple. I really enjoyed my conversation with them, and I admired the way they approach their work.
Firstly, let me tell you that
Shut the
I wanna
fuck
warn
up,
you
dude.
that I love my work so much that I don't find anything challenging about it. And I love being in this company of people who are going to build my project. Now, he could be a plumber, he could be a carpenter, he could be an architect, or a structural consultant. I'm in love with every aspect of my building.
A hotel,
Holy
design,
shit, this
all
is
these
good.
things are like just something we enjoy so much. It's like more like passion. It's not like, oh, this is work and now we need to put a hotel. No.
Grounds. These two towers are extremely tall, modern, contemporary, striking, and they really have a strong presence against the city landscape. Now, the unit that we're going to be touring is actually located within Tower A, the first tower. But the lobby of that tower and the arrival experience of that tower is still under construction. And that's why we're actually taking you to Tower B, which is located on the back.
618. Okay. Use what's going on here.
Thank you. All right, welcome to 360 West. Like we mentioned earlier, we have just arrived to Tower B, and let me tell you, the motor court certainly sets the tone. The cobblestone driveway, the ceiling height here, the glass facade. I mean, it really is an experience to arrive to this property, and you're
Goddamn,
within one of the most prestigious buildings in India,
This ice cream is
and
good.
that says everything you need to know about this development and everything else we're going to experience. In fact, now that you've seen the motor court, let me show you the lobby. As soon as you walk in, you're simply wowed with the scale of this space. Take it all in. You have oversized hallways, beautiful decor. Now, on this level, we have the elevators going up to the residential units, access to amenities, and of course, the reception is right behind me. Now, I wanted all of you to get a feel of this arrival experience before we go into the elevator and go up to the 45th floor so we can properly start our tour.
Dude, we're moving hard.
Now, arriving to this level,
This ice cream is really
special.
fucking
And
good.
given that this is a full floor,
I was
unit,
not
it
expecting
comes with
just
a spacious
mango to
lobby
be like
area.
the
You have
like
travertine floors, plaster walls, mood lighting throughout, and then you have all this wall space to showcase your art. And beyond that, we have 4 elevators coming up to this level. Also, this unit has a really big footprint, and that's why it comes with
Goddamn,
2
dude.
entries.
It has
We
frozen
have
bits
the
of mango
first
in
door
it, and
right
it's really
behind me,
good.
and the second door right in front of us. The design here is really cool. This pivot door features these unique patterns, and it is painted to look like bronze. And to tie it all together, they also have this oversized bronze handle. And when you take it all in, walnut paneling, these light European oak hardwood floors, they really
Fuck
set
your
a
oak.
warm, welcoming tone for this foyer
course,
and the rest of the unit. And then you have these
How's your
vertical
chicken
wooden
coming
slats,
along?
creating some separation
probably ready
between
soon,
the
huh?
indoor garden and the formal living room. And right in the center of this foyer, we got this gorgeous water feature. Now, we talk about water features a lot, especially when they're located within the foyers or the entries of the properties that we tour. They really do a great job setting the tone, setting the energy for the experience, and having this marble fabricated water feature sets a zen, relaxing tone for the unit. And when you walk this way, you see the floor to ceiling glass wall, city of Mumbai and the Arabian Sea right in front of you from the 45th floor. It really creates an amazing experience. And to tie it all together, they have this beautiful wooden sculpture that is made out of so many layers of veneers that are glued together, sanded and sculpted
Yeah,
to create
dude,
this
it's an
amazing
Enos video.
piece. Now I want to take everybody back this way. Now, not only we have these wooden slats that create some separation between spaces, these wooden slats also hide these steel frame glass doors to increase the separation between the rooms. And when you flow this way, it takes you to the formal living room. What an incredible space. The vastness and the volume of the room. Plaster ceiling, this beautiful warm palette, multiple seating areas. There are so many details here that I want to acknowledge and talk about. And before we do any of that, why don't we get the specs of this unit out of the way? We have 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 16,000 square feet of interior space, on the market for $50 million.
50
Now I want to give big
million,
thanks to
dude.
Oberoi Realty, who is the developer of this project, for making this tour possible. And as always, you can find more information about this incredible 45th floor unit in the description of this video. Make sure to check it out. Now with that, let's continue covering some of the details within this space. I love the travertine coffee tables. Curating this space was very important to the development team and the interior designer, Dieter. When you look around, you see the books, candles, pillows, and all the textures used in this house were extremely intentional. And one of my favorite details within the space is actually the mood lighting and this glossy ceiling finish. It almost brings that timeless
Yo, Mangoes,
elegance to this
did I tell you what I'm
contemporary,
eating?
very European space. Now also, right behind me, we have this gorgeous fireplace. Now I say fireplace, but this is actually a faux fireplace, given that India has such warm climate. You don't need a fireplace, but
Look at this,
they
dude.
wanted to create a statement here, a focal point, and that's why
Yo,
they
what up,
fabricated this
Gino?
elaborate
I'm
piece,
eating
the
ice
kind of
cream.
viola lower section, and then you have bronze
eating
paneling throughout.
I'm eating
to create this
sweet mango
open,
memories.
I'm gonna say
It's
sculpture
Ben and
as
Jerry's
part of the
sweet
design here.
ice cream
It looks
with
absolutely
mango
beautiful,
swirls
we're
and
gonna see these
white
materials,
chunks.
bronze finishes
I love the
throughout
white
the
chunks,
unit as
dude.
well. Now,
Yum,
I
yum,
want to
yum,
take
yum, yum.
everybody this way for a second. We have some indoor plants here. This is also another ongoing theme throughout the unit. And then we have this travertine wrapped column. Now I want to bring specific emphasis to
There.
this section because they use travertine a lot in this unit, and they used it in 2 different patterns. Here you can see a cross-cut travertine, and that's
You're
how
now
you're
a
getting
mo-
this
you're now a
cloudy, this
moderator,
blurry texture.
on
And
my
they've
YouTube
also
channel.
used straight cut or vein cut travertine, where you can see the vein structure of the stone.
Wouldn't
a
you want to
little bit
touch
better.
this
And
wall?
it's a great way
Huh?
to create
Wouldn't that
additional
be
depth,
sick?
additional texture within the space,
Wouldn't you want to
while
touch this
using
wall
the same
with me?
material and keeping the palette very minimalist. Now,
This
before we
goes-
leave
what
the
does
formal
that
living
mean?
room, I want to
It
turn
means
back
you
to
have
this
the
section
power
one more
to
time,
ban
because
and
it is without a doubt
fuck with
one of the
people.
most beautiful spaces within
You,
the
you
unit.
know, you know
The
how,
vastness, the
you
amount
know,
of
like
natural
the
light that comes in, and
you
the
know that meme
furnishings here.
video
The
that you
design
watched?
palette is
What was
so
it? You know,
beautiful, so
you got
timeless,
no
so
power
inviting.
here.
I mean, what
You know,
an
you now
elegant
have
space.
power here.
Now, next up, I want to take everybody to the formal dining room. You have a gorgeous marble table that sits 12, 2 chandeliers above, and the same plaster ceiling
No,
continues.
there's-
and you can certainly enjoy the views.
There's
as
3
you're having
others
an
here,
amazing
but
meal
they're
here.
they're
But I have
they're
to
also
bring everybody
mods.
to this side to talk about the stone fabrication here, the walnut cabinetry, and the built-in design.
No
here is
authority,
quite
Jackie
spectacular.
Weaver. No
This is the same color
authority.
cut of viola,
And
and,
then
the
it gets
fabrication here,
banned
the
instantly.
cabinetry, the recessed in
Lemon,
handles, this beautiful back wall that is book match, mood lighting all the way to the header design is so chic, so elegant
No
and
chic,
timeless.
dude.
And this is
It's
also
so
your
chic.
service
Look how
counter,
chic
and that's
that
why we
shit
have
is.
all these built-ins.
Can
for
mods
your
kick
cutlery,
other
your plates,
mods?
and I just think
I
this
don't
is
know,
a
man.
beautiful backdrop.
Why don't you
even
try?
for your formal living room? Now, next
Try.
up,
I
we have
really
the
don't
doors
know.
here opening up to the main kitchen that we're going to see in a second. But first, I want to take you to this space. Welcome to the screening room. This really beautiful,
room, dude.
inviting,
I
intimate
love the
space
screening
with
room.
9 leather recliner chairs that are motorized. Then you have the projector on this side, your screen, fabric walls with
But
walnut
where do you
inlays,
put your
mood lighting
TV?
throughout. I mean, it's a really nice
I don't
space
get
to
it.
enjoy.
Where do you
And
put your
given that it is
PC, I mean?
located within the center of the unit, it makes great use of the space because you don't have any windows, which is perfect for a screening room. And it's appropriately designed for the unit.
Did
And
you
now,
kick
the
my
main kitchen. This is a really fun space. The layout, the configuration here is quite unique. And on this side, you can see the built-in cabinetry with glass fronts, extra storage, and then we have a door here that leads you to the
You
where we have multiple
fucking did
bedrooms,
it.
office space for the staff to
He's
operate
in
as well as a laundry room.
timeout.
There's also a small
Get
pantry here.
fucked,
And going
Mangos.
this way, you can see the first island of the kitchen, and over on the other side, we have the second island with quartz countertops, walnut veneer cabinetry, and on the back.
This is
can
what
see
you get
all
when
the
you don't
built-ins,
behave.
panel
You
fridge
get
and freezer,
timed out. You
your
have to
meal
sit in a
appliances,
naughty corner now.
and the focal point of this kitchen is this view. And I
How
really
long
like
is
how the
300
main section of the
seconds?
cabinetry is capitalizing on it.
It's a bit
Here
long.
we have the sink. Given that this is a very tall building, we have massive concrete columns, and it is nicely incorporated into the cabinetry.
So another question is,
And
can
over on
Mangos?
this side, we have two Miele induction cooktops. Now, these induction cooktops are great, but I
Dude,
think
he's
these
in
vents
timeout,
are
dude.
actually even cooler.
He's in
Not
jail
only they
now.
light up the space, they also come down. So when you're cooking, they're a little bit closer. And while they're coming down,
5
we have
minutes.
Dal behind the camera. Dal, how do you
You
like living in
idiot.
India so far?
Wow.
It's such a wildly different
You give
experience than
give
everything else
someone
we've toured before.
this much
The
power
people, the
and
culture, the
gets
food,
drunk
everything
with
is
it.
so rich. Everything is so exciting. We've been really enjoying our time here. And these vents are very, very cool, I have to say.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool party trick to wow your guests with when you have people you're entertaining.
Absolutely. Now,
Is that a cool
let's
fun
actually
trick?
continue,
If
because
I
the
showed
other
you
thing
this,
about this
if I
kitchen
went
that I
like,
really like
hey
is the
Gina,
fact
I'm
that
gonna
the
show you my
exterior
home,
perimeter of this
and then
kitchen
I show
is
you
really open.
everything.
You can freely
And
walk around.
if
pick the
you
spot
see,
wanna
see those
enjoy,
girls go,
come all the way
you'd be
to
like,
the
oh
edge
my god,
here.
I'm gonna suck your
Now,
dick
this
right now.
side we're
That's the
facing
coolest shit
south.
ever.
We have the
Like,
city
I don't
of
get it. What's so
Mumbai,
cool about
Arabian
that?
Sea, all these high
They just went
rises
down
and
a
these
little
tall
bit. It's
buildings
not
around
that
us.
cool, right?
And here you can see the Tower B of 360 West. Given that this mega structure consists of two towers, you can see the other one right on the other side interact with this city's dynamic energy. I mean, being up on this level, looking at these views is a one-of-a-kind experience. When we look out the window here, we see Tower B, a luxury residential building that offers ultra-high-end finished units. 5,000 square
Ultra-high-
feet, 7,000
oh, yeah,
square
neat.
feet.
Wow,
The
that's
type
so
of
cool, dude.
offering you'll find all around the world. But the tower we're standing in offers something different. And this is where this tour
You don't
gets
give a
really
fuck.
fun.
It
You see,
wasn't even
starting
a-
from the 28th floor all the way to the very top of the
well,
building.
unlucky, dude.
Every single residence is
I don't
a
give a
full
fuck about
floor
your stupid
unit.
ass windows.
And beyond that, they come in as a shell and core unit. So what does that mean? Well, you get your concrete floors, you get your concrete ceiling and concrete columns, and the entire perimeter is wrapped with glass, and everything else is up to your creativity. Now, to some, receiving a unit like this can be challenging, can be intimidating.
Did
to
he go
me,
here to film
this
when there
is
was
a
just nothing?
phenomenal opportunity
What's so
for
cool
you to
about that?
showcase
That's
your
kinda gay, if
creativity.
you ask me.
Design a space, a home that truly fits your needs. And if you look at this vast opening, you'll see that all the concrete columns are either pushed to the perimeter or to the center of the building, creating these vast open volumes, spaces for you to divide it up and create different rooms, sections. And that's why the team at Oberoi has developed the 45th floor to showcase how this much interior square footage can be maximized and utilized. And when you think about it, given that these are all shell and core units, every single one of them is going to be totally different. And as the development ages, it's
Yeah,
just
but
gonna bring
in the end,
more
you still have to
character
live in
and
India,
variety.
so who really
That's
cares?
super exciting. Now,
You know?
I'm gonna do a full tour of this entire 54 floor unit, and I wanna save you the trouble if you don't wanna watch me tour a bare concrete unit, but if you're interested, I'll be putting up a video on our Patreon, and the link will also be in the description. That way, if you wanna learn more about construction and how these units are put together, you can check out that video. And now, let's continue our tour.
Finally. Jesus.
Now I want to take you to the other side of the unit. So far, we've covered the formal living room and this beautiful foyer, and I pointed out these wooden slats and how they've used these sections as opportunities to hide these steel-cased glass doors. But the next space that we're going to tour is actually the indoor garden, and the entire room is glass enclosed, and in fact, these French doors lead you into the space. We have travertine floors, and as you walk into the room, the first thing you see are these oversized planters. the rock design
travertine?
on the floor, and how all this
I don't
greenery
know what
gives
travertine
so
is,
much life
but it sounds
and depth
expensive.
to this room. And right in the center, we have this gorgeous table with a marble top and this plaster leg design complemented with these gorgeous walnut chairs that are leather wrapped that look like piece of art. The leather stitching, the fabrication, and the elegance of this section speaks for itself. And you
Yeah, so elegant,
complement
wow.
that with sliding glass doors that open up to a Juliet balcony where you can move these screens out of the way and bring in the outdoor straight into this indoor garden section is really cool. And that's why they glass enclose the entire space so you can actually seal off the room if you wanted to. And beyond that, having glass enclosure just makes the space feel a little bit more free and allows the natural light that comes into this room to permeate throughout the entire unit. What a beautiful space. I love the intentionality. And when you're ready, or you
You
want to
love the
take your entertainment to the
intentionality?
next
I
level,
love the
you come
intentionality, dude.
to this elegant bar area. The walnut built-ins, your wine cellars, the open shelving here with mood lighting, all these reeded back panels, and the gorgeous Calacatta viola that is showcased here on the bar, as well as the island design here. Now, I really like the asymmetrical design of this island, how it gives dimension to the space, and this stone is beautifully incorporated into the design with curved corners, and then you can see the walnut veneer on the legs.
Holy
as
shit,
well
this
as
ice
the
cream is
brass
so good. What the
foot
fuck?
railing design, your bar stools, and then to tie it all together,
No.
you have these brass light fixtures with alabaster bottom sections that allow the light to go through the stone, and you also have this
Oh, yeah.
beautiful
That's
ceiling
amazing, dude.
design that is wood clad
Wow.
that looks like decking on the ceiling. Super cool. And I just love these natural materials, textures, stone elements like the flooring here, and all these built-ins with glass dividers allowing light to travel and allowing you to enjoy your indoor garden even from this space. And
This,
it also
but you
creates
still
a
couldn't
great
get the
opportunity for all
woman
these
you
shelves,
want.
for these
So
books,
what's the
accessories,
point?
and these
Why do you need this?
little moments to exist. What a beautiful design. And I think the interior designer of this project, Dieter van der Welpen,
See?
with the team at Oberoi, did
That's
a
what you want to
phenomenal
talk to.
job curating this European aesthetic in this kind of a setting in a vast open space like this. It just feels amazing to be here.
Oh, I
There's a
got brain
chic warmth
freeze
to this
now.
home. In the European oak hardwood floors, walnut veneer throughout, travertine and Calacatta viola marble. The natural plaster walls and patinated bronze joinery help create the aesthetic just as much as the many pieces of custom furniture.
He doesn't touch the
Through this
walls.
space, the curation of materials and objects
Look at all these
makes the
interesting
grand
textures.
spaces
Doesn't touch a
approachable
single
and
wall.
welcoming.
And what we enjoy doing in terms of design is also playing a lot with texture, using the same material but using it in different ways so you can get the variety.
How was it working with Dieter, giving him
Sometimes Instagram versus up in Bombay, how they call it a concrete jungle, but then
bronze inlays, just providing additional texture and
I
meaning
wanna
to the
listen
space,
to some
softening up the
fucking
room.
idiot talk.
And then on the other side, we have the built-in section with walnut paneling in the center, bronze panels that are curved on the edges, and then you have your alabaster light fixtures and this stunning walnut dresser that follows the curvature on
Yeah.
the side with a brown leather top. I mean, this is chic.
I
This
don't
is
care who
timeless.
designed it.
What a beautiful design element. And of course, given that we're on the 45th floor with these floor-to-ceiling glass walls, you get incredible views of the city. And we have a small
This
desk
ice cream
here
is so good.
if you wanna get
I'm-
some work done. Now, let's go check out the bathroom
I have to put
for
this
this
away.
room. Pocket door on this side.
Or else I'm just gonna
Travertine
eat
that
the
is
whole thing.
cross-cut throughout the floors, throughout the walls, and even the vanity is fabricated.
Should I
out
just
of
eat the whole
same
thing?
travertine.
No, no,
Your
I'm
bronze handles are incorporated, beautiful stone fronts,
I
deep
need
sink with
to
recessed
put this away, or else it's just gonna go to shit. But it's so good.
section for your toiletries, and now let's get a close-up. Even your paper towel holder is fabricated out of travertine with a bronze top. Attention to detail. And to tie it all together, this ceiling to floor mount mirror design with the same curved corners, just like the built-ins, and you have the view right behind it.
Wow,
Some built-ins
is that
on this side with
possible?
additional
That's
storage,
crazy.
and your glass
Who cares?
enclosed walk-in shower with a rain head, bronze fixtures, actually two-tone fixtures, but the back plate is bronze with this recessed in trim, minimalist design palette, but timeless. Beautiful bathroom. Now, to my right, we have the separate water closet, another pocket door that takes you to the walk-in closet, and the space is well utilized from the floor all the way to the ceiling with shelving, racks. I mean, this is a very minimalist design. And next door, we have the junior primary bedroom. Now, even though I said junior primary bedroom, this is technically the second primary bedroom of this unit. Now,
yes, it is.
oftentimes, families or individuals in India that own properties like this, they tend to have their family members or even their parents stay with them. So it's nice that this unit, given its size, comes with 2 primary bedroom suites, and we're gonna continue with this one. Now, we're gonna tour this room reverse, meaning we're gonna continue with the walk-in closet, which features the same finishes, design elements, these glass fronts, but obviously the scale is bigger. It also features the same hardwood floors, this gorgeous light fixture, and it seamlessly flows into the bathroom. Now, there's no denying that the design palette and the material selection of this unit is so tasteful and timeless. The Arbescado marble here that's used on the floors as well as the walls.
The what marble
is
now?
beautiful, rich in vein structure, and just has so much depth. And in fact, beyond floors, they've also used it to fabricate the vanity. Now, we've seen this vanity design on the other bedroom, but obviously, given that this is another primary bedroom suite, it comes with 2 sinks. Again, beautiful brass fixtures, these mirror designs with curved corners, the fabrication, book matching, everything looks very, very sophisticated. And Del, I want you to show the view that's behind the vanity. I mean, look at this insane landscape. That's Mahim Bay, and the bridge right there is so iconic. It is the whirly ceiling, and beyond its cool design, it is also known for David Coulthard doing 260 kilometers an hour in a Formula One car, an iconic moment. So it's a jarring view to look at straight from your bathroom.
That was in 2009. The building wasn't even here, dude. Who cares?
Out of the same marble, and I like that the back sections are a little bit slanted, so it makes it a little bit easier to sit in and be comfortable. And lastly, I'm gonna turn around all the way to the other side.
Do not misbehave this time,
we have
Mangos.
the glass enclosed walk-in shower. Again, same marble used throughout. Your rain head above. Beautiful bathroom. Now, let's go this way. The entry of the bathroom has this really cool
it was a
desk.
McWasher,
And beyond
dude.
the views that you can enjoy here, it is nice that they've custom designed and fabricated furniture pieces to really accommodate the spaces and moments in this unit. This is an interesting corner, but given that this desk fits perfectly and carries out the same material selection from the bathroom in here, is a very nice touch. And on top of that, we also have one of the 2 terraces of this unit located here. So you have outdoor access, you can enjoy the views a little bit more, and it is nice that on 2 sides, it opens back into the bedroom. Now, over here, you can see the bedroom section of this amazing suite. You have a comfortable seating area here, minimalist furniture, your recessed TV with bronze accent walls, and then over on the other side, we have a
This is where I would
post-it
stay.
bed. So the frame really owns its space. You have your brass
I would just be
fixtures
here.
that are ceiling mount.
Leave me
beautiful
alone.
Suede padded
I'm
back
staying in
walls,
here.
your bedside tables, even a small built-in section.
This is like a
here.
very nice
But
place
the
to hang
focal
out.
point of this room is the view on this side. The city of Mumbai is so energetic and so dynamic, and I feel like it is Los Angeles and New York mixed.
Why
in
won't
one
they? Why don't
city.
they have one of
When you think
those,
about
like, you
it,
know, those,
Bollywood is here.
and
So
then they
it's the
would look.
entertainment capital of India.
Look,
And
you're
on top
so
of
you
that,
can
it is
look at
also
everything.
the
That's what I would
finance
do.
capital of India. In fact, Bombay Stock Exchange was established here in 1875 and now features over 5,500 publicly listed companies. And beyond that, it is also the third wealthiest city in the world in regards to billionaire population. We have 92 billionaires here in Mumbai. And it is a city that is known globally, but I feel like it is flying under the radar. And one of the things that I'm trying to understand and learn more about this city or this country in general is the wealth disparity. When you look at this vast, powerful landscape, you see these mega structures, all these high rises, and you see a lot of smaller homes and apartments, and how all these different dynamics live together in such fast-moving city is fascinating. And I have to say, being here, observing this landscape, this city, talking to its people, has been an eye-opening experience. It's impossible to summarize the scope of Mumbai. The train system here has 7.5 million riders per day. That's the busiest commuter rail in the world.
Hey, who
It
cares,
truly
dude?
is a 24-hour city, with restaurants often seeing crowds at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. The city was once 7 separate islands that were connected through human engineering to make the single landmass of present-day Mumbai, a city with a population of 21.6 million inhabitants.
That's too many people.
78,000 people per square mile, more than double the population density of New York City.
That's
So
nothing
in
to
the
be
midst
proud
of
of.
this mega metropolis, it's
You know?
impossible to ignore the intensity, the contrast, and the disparity in the landscape. And I know a lot of people watching this video are gonna look at this unit, they're gonna look at the views, they're gonna look at Mumbai in general, and they're gonna question how these world of such. Let's not forget the alabaster light fixtures, and on the back we have the built-ins. Now what I like about the built-ins here is the fact that the cabinetry carries out the same plaster finish, and when you open it up, we have the sink here nicely tucked in. You have your countertop space, and over on this side we have a Miele wine fridge and another espresso maker, and this is where
Amazing.
we have the Miele fridge. It's a really nice kitchen, but beyond that, it also has another one of these outdoor spaces. Again, glass enclosed, and now that we have connection to the outdoors, we have travertine floors, all these oversized planters, and you just open up the sliding glass doors and interact with the city. And I just love how seamless the connection between this space and the kitchen area is. It really invites
Yeah, but it's
you
not really
to
like
utilize these
outdoor
views. Now,
space
next
though,
up,
is there?
we have the family room.
You know, like an
Spacious,
actual
open,
outdoor
comfortable
space.
furnishings, and also if you look at the ceiling, it has the same gloss paint, again giving the room the timeless feel. And then you have these views. I mean, being suspended on the 45th floor, floating above the city, is quite special. And you're in one of the most prestigious buildings in the entire country, in one of the most premier neighborhoods. And this is a very powerful backdrop. And over on this side, we have the oversized TV, fabric back wall, built-ins down below, and here the cabinetry features the same plaster finish. Now I want to take everybody to the hallway, and before we check out the next guest suite, I want to mention something. Given the footprint and the layout of this unit, we have a lot of these concealed doors that open up the hallways and connection points that take you to the other wing very easily. And in fact, one of the wings feature 2 powder rooms as well. That way you can go from one side to another very easily. And then to my right, we have the second guest suite. The texture and color palette of this room really speaks to me. This fabric back wall design with bronze inlays, and how these brown tones are carried to the king size bed, and the carpet design here just warms up the space. Great natural light coming in, your sliding glass doors, and the same curved built-in wall design is also here. And around the corner you have your walk-in closet, and the pocket door here opens up to the bathroom. The entire space is fabricated out of marble with marble walls, marble floors, and the vanity design is seamlessly incorporated into the wall with this tall backsplash and a recessed mirror design. And you have your walk-in shower here with amazing views of the city. And also on the other side, they've used the wainscoting design and incorporated the walnut cabinetry here. And it's actually a little bit shallow because it only utilizes the space that's within the wall. Now, jumping back to the hallway, we have the third guest suite around the corner. Now, this guest suite features the same layout, comes with a king-size bed, full bathroom, and also has these amazing views. And right behind Dell, we have the gym. But before we get there, we have one more room to see. Here, we have the massage room with its own salon, a little hair washing station, your mirrors, built-ins. But if you go to the other side, you will see the separation between these two spaces, thanks to the pocket doors here that feature the same wallpaper that we have throughout. And you have additional built-ins here, your comfortable massage table, sculptures, all these accessories, another pocket door that opens up your travertine vanity and this portal design. And lastly, around the corner, same wooden slats, create some separation between the massage room and your open shower design with a rain head above. Now next, you have the gym. So far, we've seen many interesting rooms, moments, and there's an element of surprise when it comes to this unit. And when you walk into the gym, you get that same feeling. Because right in the center, you have this really cool pool table that is leather wrapped. It just looks like a piece of art right in the center as the focal point. And then you have all the built-ins on this side for storage, your TV, and the room has 2 exposures. And this is actually a really cool moment for you to just sit down and contemplate on your life. Have a backdrop like this. Now it gets better. 2 Technogym equipment here, your elliptical and the treadmill. And around the corner, not only you have a punching bag, an interesting choice. On the other side, you have access to the staff quarters very easily. And I have to say, this room is designed in a way for you to showcase your creativity. Obviously, you can put more gym equipment here, or you can design this room as another entertainment space. But beyond that, given that you live at 360 West, you have 2 towers that are packed with amenities for you to enjoy as well. When you live in a full-floor luxury residence, you can tailor your own experiences and activities. But 360 West was designed to foster a well-developed community too. Between the amenities of the residential towers and the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, the list of places to gather, exercise, and unwind is impressive.
We all work very hard, come home at 10 in the night. Where would I step out? If I want to go for a game of bowling with my son, if I want to gym at that time, if I want to just simply go and do few laps, where would I do that? What if I were to have all these facilities within my building and do that at any time,
The convenience and potential for community are undeniable. It was an easy trip down to Tower B, and I took full advantage of the facilities. My personal favorite is the bowling alley. You have this incredible space for you to enjoy with your friends and family. 4 lanes, and since we have the entire place set up, let's give it a go.
Gives a shit about
I'm gonna take that as a
bowling
win.
alley.
It's one thing to have an indoor pool, but I have to commend them. This is definitely good size. Just hang in there 1 second. Like it took me 15 seconds to run here. It's massive.
Oh,
And rock climbing wall as one of your amenities. Now, this is the first time I'm seeing this kind of a fun activity within a residential complex, but sky's the limit when it comes to these amenities and the type of luxury experiences that you can have within a building. And I have to say, this looks like a lot of fun.
You missed,
I'm a
you
family
missed,
man, and we as
Gino.
parents have really indulged a lot with our kids. And so when I was thinking of these amenities, I was
You
thinking of my
banned
kids.
mangoes
When I
and
was
then she
thinking of a
laughed, dude.
rock climbing wall, I thought that this is what I would love my kids to do, because that'll build their strength and so on and so forth, and it'll be a lot of fun.
Gives a
There's
shit,
also a
dude.
spa, a restaurant, an outdoor pool, and lounging area. But apparently, I'm just a big kid. So Vikas' philosophy worked on me. I couldn't stay away from sports. Cricket, squash, basketball, it was an absolute playground, and I had a blast. Even if I wasn't the best at all the games. A lot of firsts in this building. A cricket simulator. Now, ask me if I've ever played cricket before. The answer is no. Oh, Del, be careful. Okay, Del. Okay, Del. And no luxurious residential complex is complete without an amazing gym. I mean, look at the views, the amount of techno gym equipment that they have here, and it just has a great feeling to it. And obviously, for copyright reasons, we had to turn off the music. But Dal, cue it. And the boldest part of the 80,000 square foot amenity floor is this slide right here. Now, I didn't have the courage to go down, but I have to say, it looks really cool and complements the architectural look of this building.
Into a slide.
And last, but certainly not least, arguably the most important amenity in the building is the 5-star hotel beneath you, the Ritz-Carlton. A world-class experience for anyone traveling to Mumbai. Now, even though the hotel is under construction, they have a mock-up unit for you to experience what these hotel suites are gonna look like. You have dark hardwood floors, complemented with dark wood paneling, and then the furnishings, the king-size bed, the accessories bring in the lighter tones to create this intense contrast that is soothing, relaxing, inviting, and of course, you have bowls of glass bringing the views straight into your room. So not only you have the residences, the amenities, you'll also have an iconic brand like Ritz-Carlton as part of the experience. I was impressed by the hotel offering and genuinely had fun exploring the amenities. It all felt like a seamless addition to the experience of the building and the home. And now the primary bedroom suite. Off of its entry, we have this small foyer with dark wood paneling, this beautiful dresser, and then the pocket door here leads you to the bedroom itself. Comes with a spacious seating area. Your king-size bed is tucked to
This is also one side of Mumbai that people don't talk about.
I think India is ready for the world. India is ready to embrace the world. We have our arms open. Let's give a big hug. That's it.
Wants to go to India. You know, India.
It was time for us to make our way down to the city. 360 West was built to take a step away from Mumbai's constant energy. But as our visit was coming to a close, we wanted to feel what it was like in the heart of it. And for me, it felt like when I was growing up in Turkey. People are busy and bustling. The rules are blurry, but you can get the hang of it. This is not the end of it. Like, there's more about this place, definitely more about this country that we're gonna learn. It's truly an eye-opening experience. Like, you can project your thoughts or you can assume what this feels like, but once you're here on the grounds and you do it and you realize how close you are to people,
yeah, Turkey is actually civilized. You know, this isn't civilized. This is just shit, man.
So we soaked in as much as we could. We met some of our Patreon members for dinner, and we'll let the night take over. Hi everyone, this is Enes coming to you from the heart of Mumbai. The traffic, people, a lot's happening right now. Should I try to cross? Alright, I'll see you guys in a minute. I'm gonna just come in. Let's see what happens.
And this was the last video ever made by him.
The city really comes alive in the night. You are in this beautiful oasis and a beautiful, warm, beautiful space that you have up here, but all around you there is the spirit of the city, the city that never sleeps, literally never sleeps. It's a beautiful experience just to be up here in the evenings.
All right, everyone, that's a wrap for the tour. I have to say, Mumbai has been incredible. This experience opened our eyes, taught us so much, and gave us a deeper understanding of 360 West. Now I want to give big thanks to Gayatri and Vikas Oberoi and the Oberoi Realty team for making this tour possible. We are beyond honored for the opportunity, and as always, you can find more information about this unit and 360 West in the description of this video. Make sure to check it out. Now, before you leave, let us know in the comments below where you want to see us next in India, as we are so excited to learn, explore, and showcase what this incredible country has to offer. In fact, we have another episode from India coming very soon. And with that, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Oh man. Alright, that was Mumbai, India, dude.
A Homeworthy. Hi, it's me, Carson Kressley, and welcome to Park Avenue. I haven't
Who the
dusted
fuck
for
is
30
Carson?
years.
Who's Carson Kressley? What the fuck is this, dude?
You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Well, hello, it's me, Carson Kressley, TV's Carson Kressley. You might have seen me on Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, all the way up to RuPaul's Drag Race, and a lot of shows in between. And this is one of my favorite places. This is my home on Park Avenue here in New York City. I have always had a bit of an eye, even as a little kid growing up outside of Allentown, Pennsylvania, in a very rural community, from the same, group of immigrants that came to Pennsylvania in the late 1700s. We settled outside of Allentown, always far, and they were on the street like north. Graduate to that for in this really big pillow, quite stolen called one. What and I missed. I mean, very strange, but also standing, just kind of like a built-in ship's.
Good.
Summer is here, and this means one of few things: mosquitoes, flies, wasps, warm weather, and most of all, school starting again in less than 3 months. And since I will be applying this year as well, mainly because my education right now is IT, and I have not worked in that field for 10 years, and I do not plan to, then I go to university again. What will I be studying? I will let you know once I'm in. Most likely advanced studies of Chicobriki. So what else better time to whip out those university recipes once again, dust them off, and configure them to the new prices of 2025, and living in apparently one of the highest priced food and grocery countries in Europe, or going based purely on facts, it does have one of the top annual inflation rates. So strap in, sit back, and get ready to be educated. Here is how to live on 50 euros a month in 2025. Ой, блин. He's boring! Now let's get straight to the point. We start off with two simple solutions. I call this make friends and don't have guests. This is 100 grams of instant dissolving coffee. $6.99. Pretty expensive. Should last you whole week, no problem. Sugar, I'm assuming you have. If not, you probably have bigger problems in life. Any type of milk liquid you find in refrigerator, cow, goat, soybeans, it not matter. Make coffee go down better. But for this example, 1 liter of bagged milk, store brand, in shop, cost 58 cents. So I hear you asking what I'm supposed to drink coffee all week? No! You also get пряники, or gingerbread apparently called in this country. 200 grams, 70 in the bag, one for each day of the week. Price of one bag, 59 cents. Now this brings us to a grand total of 816 euros per week. Multiplied by 4, this is very reasonable $32.64 per month. Now, yes, cookies and coffee probably not the best solution for everybody's diet, but university is what, 3-4 years is nothing. Okay, fine. That brings us to the name of this scheme. I mean, the solution number 1: make friends, a lot of friends, and don't have any guests over. Or have many guests over, but only offer them coffee. Make many more friends. And then invite yourself to their house every day. Boom! Free dinner, no problem. Lunch? Don't think about lunch. Lunch is a distant memory. You are here to survive and play the numbers you're dealt. But realistically, this solution only works maybe a few weeks every year. So let's take a look at solution number 2. I call this make some friends, invite guests, but never let them see your refrigerator. As you can see, every store brand item in this video is from the same store. That's usually how it works. You go to biggest shop, you find the cheapest stuff. If the store brand stuff is the cheapest stuff, that is what you buy. All my Baltic friends will know this brand and the taste of these dumplings by heart already. Of course it is Remy. 1 long stick of cucumber for health, some mayonnaise, and you have a very reasonable dinner in your hands. 1 kilogram of store brand pelmeni, 132. Yes, that is an actual number. 1 big stick of cucumber, 79 cents. 1 big container of mayonnaise, and I mean the good stuff. You never cheap out on the mayonnaise. $2.69. Now, yes, for $80 seems like a tempting number, but eating a kilogram of pelmeni might leave you wondering way too often that you have gone wrong somewhere in your life. You want instead 3 bags of pelmeni, yes! That brings us to a total of $7.44 per week. Divide each kilogram by 7, and that is a reasonable amount of dumplings to eat each time. I have many videos on how to prepare your dumplings many ways, so I'll not go over it right now. But I will tell you, $7.44 per week comes to a total month of $29.76, a very normal amount if you have love for dumplings as much as I do. Some green health stick on the side, not sure why mine has turned yellow for some reason, and you should be able to fend off hunger for a little bit more of time. Yes, food is expensive, but cheap food is cheap. How long you can live on the cheap stuff depends on you. But hey, I'm still here, not complaining. Okay, let's arrive at a reasonable, realistic solution number 3. I call this friends. We don't need friends where we're going. Health stick, 1, 79 cents. Boom. Make your body accept other nutrients much easier. Useful. Apples, 7 apples, 1 for each day. They only had these big ones, so I bought big ones. But 1 for each day, so you not pass out. Cost 1.5. Total $2.29. Done. We're just getting started. Now to the real stuff. Macaroni, 400 grams. These are called knees, for whatever diplomatic reason, but you choose whatever body part you like. Price a very modest 29 cents. It's not a lot, so you probably want to have 2 bags, or if bigger bag is cheaper, buy bigger. Bread, surprisingly cheap, and surprisingly the cheapest is this multi-grain toast-shaped one. Well, that's economy for you. Supply and demand, 500 grams, 79 cents. Now, a total of $3.66 might sound low, but we are not eating bread, cucumber, apples, and macaroni for 1 week. We need
I think he's from Estonia. I'm not sure.
Full
Estonia.
of nutrient, full of energy, keep you full for longer. You not even only need to make this for breakfast, lunch, dinner, butter, side of sausage, some health stick on the side. Hey, you got the full meal. 400 grams, 29 cents. Actually, make it 2 bags. This is shrinkflation at work. Cheese, otherwise known as magical compressed cow juice. How do they do it? Who knows? Actually, I do. I have made cheese. Go watch the video. Do I suggest making cheese at home? No, it's probably more expensive. 250 grams, 99 cents. Now that is a premium product. Now if you have been following along and comparing these numbers to the video Survival Run from 7 years ago, you might be screaming at your screen, oh wait, this does not add up. Then hold on, I will be getting to conclusion very soon. First we add some onion, 5 onion, add to a pan, fry with any food you like. Just remember not to eat raw if you're planning to be around human people, or if you're taking online class, go crazy. Price of these magical vegetables, 20 cents. That's it. That's a total of $5.43. Oh, it is adding up now. Now keep in mind the objective is to keep below $12.50. That's 50 euros divided by 4, which is roughly the amount of weeks in a month. Orange stick. Oh, we're getting into the health section now. Now you can replace this with probably tomatoes or what else other vegetable that is very cheap in your country, but here carrots it is. 5 medium carrots, 41 cents. And none of these products are discount. Now comes the topic of protein. You can go out and buy a whole ton of chicken, slice it up and freeze it, and use in your food whenever needed. Now, yes, the 9 grams of protein per 100 grams of sausage in this product is laughably low compared to chicken breast, which is 31 grams of protein for 100 grams of product. But if you not want to think about your raw meat going bad in your refrigerator while you're at work or school or just sleeping, just buy sausage. This is basically smoked Dr. sausage. 300 grams, 85 cents. Trust me, if you need to, you will learn to love it. Put on a sandwich or fry with onion, it's up to you. I will show you some recipes in just a minute. So we're at $6.69, what else can we fit in this budget? Of course we fit eggs in the budget. How much is the cheapest 10 pack of eggs, you ask? $1.49. Yes, in case you are comparing, that is 10 cents more than 7 years ago. Not great. Not terrible. Obviously these are not free-range eggs. The only free that you can hope for is the package they come in that you can paint your walls with so you not hear the neighbors screaming. Besides, you can buy your free-range eggs when you're rich. Now, it's survival. Next up we do have butter, the essential part of every cooking or butterbread making. Goes well into macaroni or porridge. 20 grams might have been filed off due to shrinkflation, but this we make up for with mayonnaise. 1 block of butter, $1.19. Total amount, $9.37. Still some room until $12.50. So what we feed, of course, is potato, блин. 10 potato, unwashed, just how I like it. That is about 1 kilogram, cost 43 cents. Goodbye. Okay, $9.80. We are closing in on our weekly limit here. We have to watch out. What else can we fit? Boom! Mayonnaise! What, you think I'm going to live without it? Блин, not in this lifetime. I only left it as a last item for dramatic effect. If I put it in first, people will just say, hey, here is Boris again buying mayonnaise. Although, yes, it was the first thing I grabbed in the store. 1 tube of the good mayonnaise. And yes, this is my favorite. $2.69. And that brings us to the grand total of $12.49. Now that is accurate budgeting. Sure, prices change and you need to adapt accordingly, but most of the time the dramatic changes are temporary. So now that brings us briefly to the last video on a similar topic, yes, the one from 7 years ago. There I brought out the prices for all the components at that time. Here are those prices. As you can see, I did not even put mayonnaise in the list. So for comparison, let's remove mayonnaise from today's list as well and put the numbers side by side. And now let's compare. Cucumber price has risen by 24 cents, 43% increase, not too bad. Apples twice the price, not good. Macaroni price per 100 gram is actually the same. Now, bread. In the previous video it was 300 grams of bread. Here it is 500 grams. So price per 100 grams is actually lower. Oat flakes, although smaller package, the new price is
weird.
again lower. Cheese,
Just
same
goes
weight.
up in price.
The price is half. 5 onions, basically the same price. Carrots? No, carrots are more expensive. That is a 3-cent increase per carrot. Ay. Dr. Sausage is somehow cheaper, even considering by weight. Eggs are more expensive. 1 whole cent per egg. That is an outrage. Butter also considerably more cheaper. But potato is almost twice the price. So things have definitely changed. And now if we add all the prices together, we find that the total price in 2018 was $11.42. And the same stuff 7 years later, and even the same season, $9.80. So yes, rent might have gone up, but food became even cheaper. So technically we're surviving on 40 euros a month. Save those 10 euros for beer, or just replace macaroni with something more nutritious, like split peas, 800 grams, 85 cents. Or if you're feeling adventurous, 800 grams of buckwheat, 94 cents. I will show you how to prepare this in a moment. Here is one of my favorite
Can't
stuff
listen
of the
anymore.
week expenses to make. Drinking
You have anything good we can watch? To do. You've been playing so hard the song went away. What the fuck?
Just want to say,
That's weird. Give it away, give it away, give it away. Now, do you think this guy has anything good? You have anything good here? Yeah, where these squaws? Fuck is this person? Holy shit, this person looks
You've seen
fucking
glimpses of my Japanese house before, but today I'm
This woman looks
opening the door on
depressed, dude.
all areas, from the quirks to cozy corners. I'm finally giving you the full tour. Look, it's old,
Holy
it's
shit,
deep, and it might surprise you. As
She looks so
it'll split
depressed.
it up so no one can go down there. And the other one, there are 2 garden beds down the side and 1 at the back. All the houses in my area, and for most of Wakayama for that matter, run on a septic system. Some properties do have town sewer, but not in the area I'm living in. There are external taps connected to the property and external power points where I need them. And there is a new meter which is read digitally to check my power. And there are overhead power lines all down the streets here. We don't have any underground power in this area. So this side of the house is a lot wider than the other side, and it's where I keep my air conditioning units. So I've got 1 aircon upstairs, 1 downstairs. They're big units and they do the whole house. I've just taken the weed matting off this side garden bed for spring, and I've just started to put some little seedlings in here, which I started from seed. And I've got a few other things happening in my garden. I'm a bit obsessed with the gardening thing at the moment, but it's all coming along really well. And I'll take you out the back a bit later on. And I do have a video on the catio that I built for my cat Millie out the back. But let me start showing you through the inside of the house. So the front entrance in Japanese is called the genkan, and it's quite a large, spacious genkan. I just have all of my shoes in the cupboard, and I have an emergency go bag right at the front door in case we have to evacuate suddenly. I've been slowly working on
this woman
painting
is
out the
fucking
plywood
based, dude.
in the front entrance and making
Oh,
it
look at
light,
that
a
thing.
bit more light and airy. I recently went to a thrift store and found this Meiji clock. It's a 7-day clock, which means you only need to wind it every 7 days. I had forgotten to do it, so I've just wound it now. But you can see how nice it's coming up with the white paint, just making everything a little bit lighter and a bit more airy. But it's quite a good size entranceway. There's a window, and I'll point out all of the windows downstairs have security, and they also have fly screens. Now I can close off the lounge room with these Japanese doors, and I've had Millie in there just while I was walking around outside. But here is the smallest room in the house, the toilet, and blue and green shall never be seen, and they're the colors that I went for my decorations in the toilet. This is a good size, you know, it's got the Japanese Toto toilet, so it's got the bidet function, heated toilet seat, it's got a tap so you can wash your hands when you flush, and I do keep bottles of water down the side. I heard this was a good idea. If there was an emergency and water was cut off, at least I could flush the toilet using the spare bottles of water. Right next to the toilet is the garage where I keep the car. Now this used to be a hairdressing salon, and I have converted it into a garage. There are so many switches in this room. I still haven't figured out which switch turns on which light. I still have about 15 centimeter clearance from the top of the door, even with the roof racks and solar panel on. There's a little bit of room down the back. I can walk right round the side of the car. I've got a lot of shelves and camping goods here, by the way, so that is taking up a little bit of room. I used to park my bicycle here, but I've acquired too much camping gear, and that's parked around the back now. On top of these shelves is just some empty boxes, because I use these for when they're camping, so if they do fall down, it's not going to damage anything. They're just empty boxes. And like I said, you can walk right around the side of the car. It's a little bit tight, but it works fine for my size car. Good thing about this garage is there are lots of power points everywhere. So I can do a lot of work when I'm doing some building activities and DIY in the garage. So moving on from the garage, right next to that door is the door to the bathroom. There's only one bathroom in this house, but that's okay. It's just me. And this is the bathroom that I renovated because when I bought the house, there were leaking pipes underneath. So everything had to come out and I got to put a new bathroom in. This was probably the biggest expense that I've spent on the house, but I'm really happy with it now, and it's a really nice bathroom. It's a typical Japanese unit bath. Everything is contained within the unit. There's a fan, exhaust system, really nice shower, and a very, very deep bath. So you just stand next to the bath to take a shower, and then you dry yourself off in the change room area. So that is all of the front rooms, and then we head into the lounge room, or the main living area of the house. It's not a big house, and you can see like we're pretty much straight into the house now. And on the left is the understairs area, and I have made this into a laundry. It can be closed off with this little sliding door, but if no one's here, I just tend to leave it open. I also have Millie's litter tray in here. Now, I'm in the process of deciding how I want to deal with these plywood walls. I have been using vinyl stickers on the walls and they've held up really well. So I'm thinking about what I might do. This might be my next DIY project to make the laundry look nice. So heading on into the lounge room. This lounge room is pretty much how it was when I bought the property. There's some interesting decorative PowerPoints in here. I don't know why only this room has the decorative PowerPoints, but then the TV antenna was just a normal TV antenna. The house came with a TV antenna and a satellite dish. It didn't come with air conditioning, so I have put two big units, one up, one down, and they work perfectly because the house is quite small. And Millie's come to say hello. She's like, "What are you doing, Mum? Why are you walking around the house like this?" I've done a lot of modifications to this house for Millie's benefit, just to keep her a happy and active cat. And one of the first things I did after I moved in was to build her a cat wall. So I put this in the lounge room, and it's probably her favorite place in the house. She's often sitting up the top watching me as I watch TV. One of my secret obsessions is playing crane games. I absolutely love winning all of the cat toys in the games, and I just won this one yesterday. It's a little mini Millie. So right next to the lounge room, we go straight into the dining kitchen, all in one. I recently bought this fridge and had to change out my dining table so that it would fit in the small space. And I got these little sockets for the chairs, and they stop your chairs from scratching on the floor when you move them, because I realized my other chair set had felt pads on the bottom of them, so I really need to get something for these ones. Next to the dining room table, I have underfloor storage, and this is where I keep a lot of my emergency food and water supplies. It's a cool area, cool place of the house. I also have some up high in one of the kitchen cupboards. Right next to that is a little gas outlet. So a lot of people used to cook at their dining room table and use the gas to run their gas stoves. Not many people do that anymore. You can buy gas canisters now. And next to the kitchen, I was not able to change out this fly screen, so I just had to fix it up with some patches. And then a door off my kitchen is where I keep all my recycles. So you've got to separate all your rubbish here. So I put it just out the back door there because I don't use this door as a thoroughfare really, but it just gets all the rubbish out of my kitchen. The kitchen was actually in really great condition. The stove was working fine, and the hot water system was also working. So you turn the hot water system on and off in your kitchen. There's windows everywhere, and I can easily look outside to the back patio from inside the kitchen, and I can check out if Millie's out there. I can watch her while I'm in the kitchen. I do like to play a bit of music, so I've got my Wi-Fi speaker set up here, and a couple of little special items that I just put on display on my kitchen bench. Massive sink. If you are unfamiliar with sinks in Japan, they're really big compared to where I'm from in Australia. The cupboards here are all pretty good. I have recently fixed up this cupboard and added in this sliding shelf to put all of my cleaning products. So this is the under rice cup. The things in here. I do keep all my sort of coffee reach space. So let's head outside to the catio before we go upstairs. And I must thank an amazing viewer who suggested I get this misting machine for my garden. All you do is plug your hose in and it sends a fine mist on. Thank you so much for this suggestion. I asked for suggestions for the garden and wow, I got some good ones. So I got this misting machine, which would be great in summer. And I also got an outdoor fan, so I can just have some mist and fan because it is going to get hot out here. And there is a drain out the back, so if we get a lot of rain, the backyard can drain outside. This is the kerosene tank, and this tank is connected to the kerosene heater. So at the moment it's just showing it's 3/4 full, and the kerosene truck can come around and fill that up. This is my kerosene heater. I'm not sure how much longer this is going to last, but at the moment it's still going strong.
This woman has a really cool house.
The house came with a tap out the back as well, which has been super handy since I've taken up the hobby of gardening while I'm in Japan. And I was also able to install an outdoor sink with a bit of storage for all of my new gardening stuff. It also has a floor drain, which drains the sink water as well. Now there's a little door out the back. I recently painted this white. It was a rusty color, and you'll see at the back it's rusty as well. So I haven't got round to painting the door on the back side yet. But this is where we put our rubbish, just out the back in the laneway. And I also have a little patch of garden out the back here. So I've recently planted a couple of seedlings. I've got white and yellow corn. And this is my rosemary bush. It's been going gangbusters, and I've been using this for baked potatoes. So much rosemary. I also planted some sunflowers because I think it'll look nice against this ugly brick wall. I've never done that before, so I'm hoping they look good. You can see my washing hanging off the back balcony there. And this is just a bag I put my rubbish in just to stop the crows attacking it. So back in my little mini door to the outside, it's double bolted, so just for security. And speaking of security, I have camera out the back and the front and side. Another security feature that a lot of the houses in my area have is the typhoon shutters, and every single window in this house and all of my neighbors' houses actually have these typhoon shutters. And when the 5 o'clock bell rings, a lot of people start closing up their shutters for the night, and you can't open and close these without making a lot of noise, so they do act as a bit of a security feature. I installed stainless steel mesh fly screens just because Millie is a bit of a climber and she loves climbing the fly screens. So that's something else I did to all of the windows in the house. I just wanted to take a moment to say that I know this place might not seem much to some people. It's an old house, it's very simple, it's small and definitely not flashy. But it's a solidly built house, and more than that, it's my house. It's comfortable, it's peaceful, and it does remind me that you don't need a fancy house or a lot of money to feel
you guys
happy.
shitting on her, dude? This
Honestly,
is fucking
doing something
sickos.
like this in Australia wouldn't be affordable for me. But here I've found a way that I can live simply and feel rich in all the ways that matter to me, and find joy
Exactly.
in the small things. A lot of Japanese houses are notorious for steep staircases, so I particularly like mine because it isn't that steep. Another feature is it's got a really high ceiling and lots of light comes in with all of the different
It even has an
windows.
upstairs, dude.
So
Why
once
are
you get
people hating on it?
upstairs, this is the hallway, and to your right is the main bedroom. So the main bedroom was tatami mats. I've kept them, but I've just put carpet over the top. And the main reason is because I'm sleeping on a raised platform, which then has the futon. So I didn't want to be exactly sleeping on the floor. Now, there are no light switches in this room, so I have to use a remote control, which is great. When you're in bed, you just turn the light off with your remote control. But I do have a spare light next to my bed in case there is an earthquake and we lose power. Millie's side of the bed has all her different bedding options. And then the little alcove in the main bedroom I'm using to hang my clothes.
He
And
sleeps
here
with the
are all my Life is
catty.
Journey shirts. So I've got casual shirts, long pants on one side, and then short sleeve work shirts and dresses up the back. And then in the wardrobe space, which is normally a futon cupboard, I have my drawers and items using a cupboard room. And if you saw it, and futons
bad,
Marie, who's coming to stay next week. Next, I'm ready for my and futons from winter in this cupboard. But this room is now ready for my friend Marie, who's coming
See, you can even have your PC room
to
up here.
stay next week. Next to the spare bedroom is my YouTube studio, and I did
never
a
mind.
recent makeover on this one as well. But I probably spend about, I hate to think, but probably around 20 hours a week in here editing YouTube videos. So I do spend so much time in this room. YouTube is actually a very time-consuming hobby of mine. And like I said, I probably do about 20 hours a week in here. Off this room is the balcony. It's not big enough to sit out here, but it does its job as a place to hang the washing. And this is the view from above of the patio downstairs.
You just go there
I
and
also have
smoke.
the second air conditioning unit parked
What
up here.
base is this, dude?
And you know what
Just
I
go
love?
here and smoke.
I can see trains. I can see them coming and going from this office room. It really reminds me that I'm in Japan. The
That's
balcony gets sun
sick.
all day long, so it is a perfect spot to hang the washing. The aircon upstairs in this office room does the entire office and is strong enough to push right through into the main bedroom. There are a couple of really nice little ornate features up here that I want to keep, like the door handles and also the main bedroom door. It's really sort of a Japanese feeling to it. Well, this is my house. You've pretty much seen every corner of my house now. What do you think of it? It's just me on my own with my cat. For me, it's the perfect size.
What are you doing? Are you spying on the neighbors? Eh? Are you spying on the neighbors?
You know what? I have a subscription, dude. This woman was based. She's living her dream, dude. Which is more than 3/4 of the world is doing. I don't know. I respect that. I respect that.